excluding length like the play time, I have played 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. 13,
God, where am I?
obviously 14.
Server's up, by the way.
Now, have I gotten any significant progress with most of those? No.
I've Quickfire looks weird. In world. I've played a little bit of 12. Like I want to say the first like maybe like half hour. Like there's like an intro to 12, and then they like where you play like someone else. I don't remember who you play as 12 at like the very beginning, like as soon as you start the game, and then they
Play as
change
a
your
couple
character.
different people.
And then you change character to like the main like 12 character, like the kid. And
I think you play as the prince, and then the princess, and then you switch to Vaughn.
yeah, I played up to when you're Vaughn, and you're in like the city, you're in Rabanastra, and like that's it. Like that's where I stopped, mostly because I was playing it because I was kind of trying to get a feel for it, because I was wondering maybe if I wanted to play it either on stream or just for my own enjoyment, because I know that they always say that 14 has a lot of aesthetic similarities with 12.
A lot. There's a lot. I feel like 12. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of aesthetic things that you can point to and say that this was in 12, but I think a lot of it's actually from 11. There's a certain
There's a lot of 11 in 14 as well, for sure. Again, aesthetically speaking, not gameplay wise really, but aesthetically speaking, 11,
12
12 and 14 are, they share a lot.
12 did take a lot of like notes from 11, especially like I want to say the gameplay, because it's like pseudo MMO sort of gameplay
Yeah.
with more technical stuff in it, because the whole I think it's called the
barely
Gambit
did.
system.
Yeah, I barely did any actual gameplay when I tried it out, because there's not actually that much gameplay. Like, again, when you first start the game, they like throw you right into like a couple of battles to kind of introduce you to the system, but you don't really do that much. And then you don't really, there's like a whole lot of story and dialogue as you're like wandering around the city, when you get into Vaughn's story. And then you have to like go out and like do stuff out in the desert for a while.
I mean, it's obviously a pretty lengthy tutorial to teach you stuff, especially
Yeah.
the Gambit system. But I remember booting up 12 and just kind of looking at it, and then I remember getting into 14, going through the story, and it's when they finally they first show the Garleans off. I'm like, hold on, what are judges doing here?
I also, I wouldn't mind playing like the PC version, because the PC version is the one that's like all enhanced and stuff, but like it never goes on sale for very low. Like they're still charging like on sale, on the best sale that there is, they're still charging like $25 for a 20-year-old game.
Sometimes it's just how it goes. There's a new game that Square put out that
like
I'm
$30,
really tempted to get because it's 50% off. This game is like really new, and I am tempted to get it.
What game?
Just because of that, Harvestella.
Mm.
It is.
What am I doing? What am I doing today?
They're kind of like story of seasons type game, but with combat. So I guess it's more like Rune Factory.
I don't actually know what the hell that is. I have no idea what that is. Hi, Craig. I know you've been here for a while. Be quiet. You've been very quiet.
It's like think Harvest Moon, but with combat. So you do farming, farm life stuff, but there's like pretty extensive combat, which for a while was Rune Factory's thing, because it was sort of like an offshoot of the Harvest Moon / story seasons.
You're like slowly devolving into unhearable territory. Like as you talk, it was weird. It was like you were on a train and you were slowly being taken away from us.
See, it's Sabin. Sabin's at it again. But yeah, don't get me to go on about the whole Harvest Moon story of seasons thing. Because I don't have all the details, but I know that they're both the same game and not the same game.
I don't know anything about that.
And then there's Rune Factory, which is kind of like a spin-off series, but more fantasy.
Get out of here, plants.
Anyway, Harvestella is a new like a totally new game, like fresh release, regular retail price of 60 or so, and it's on sale for 50, or it's half off. So I'm really tempted to get it.
Let's see. Honestly, this is fine. What does this need? I'm making this sulfuric acid factory for you, Lost Folk, since you refuse to do it.
I didn't say I refuse to do it.
You just don't. You aren't going to do it.
Ow, that actually hurt me. I took that cliff and I sort of tilted to the side and I slammed on the side of the buggy and it actually hurt me.
Good. Good. Good.
You can't say I refused to do the acid factory. We didn't have time.
I know.
All I was able to do was put down the water pump station.
I know. I was just messing. I'm just messing.
Alright, look at me.
Witness you?
I'm up. Look at me.
Yeah?
I'm supervisor now.
No, you're not.
You're vibrating. Why are you vibrating?
Why am I vibrating?
Look at me. Oh, I think it's your breather mask.
Hmm.
It was just vibrating on your face.
I'm just very excited to be here, Lost Folk. Let's see what is fine. There we go. I think this should be okay. I don't know if this is too high.
Oh, it has no byproducts.
Yeah. But you might want to set up something else here. Like, we might want to do other stuff here because we need smokeless powder.
What? Makes smokeless powder.
Yeah, I think we need a motor here. Let's use this.
Not this thing. What do you put it in? Is it an assembler?
It's a refiner. But you need you need to make black powder. And then you need to combine that with something to make smokeless powder. I can't remember what though.
Looks like oil residue and black powder.
Oh yeah, the heavy oil residue. So you need heavy oil residue, which you're using for something else, but maybe you could divert some of that here.
I am making I'm using it to make fuel to kind of keep my tractors going.
Is that the only thing that you're using for fuel?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you? How much are you using? Like, maybe could you like split it in half?
Maybe. I have like a slight access of it, but I don't know how I don't know how much of a drain it'd be if I diverted it or portioned it off to black smokeless black powder.
I don't know.
Oh man, that means I'd have to do something about it all the way at the end.
Big ol' buffer here.
I am making crystal oscillators and heavy modular frames. Reminder.
Yes. Which is good. I think we were trying to work our way toward drones, but the problem is drones require so much stuff. Like a lot of stuff to get going. Mostly because of the batteries. Like the drones themselves are not even that hard to make. But they need to be powered by batteries, and batteries need a bunch of other stuff. Mainly, batteries need the sulfuric acid and the... I can't remember what else. They need like 3 components, and I don't remember where all the components are. But sulfuric acid is one of them. And so I was going to put a train. This would be our first fluid train. I think I might just make it a back and forth train. Floor too steep. Oh, I need more room. I need more room than this too, don't I? I need to investment to go out onto the lake a little bit. And over here as well.
What I can do, maybe, is I have 2 oil nodes out here. One's not being used.
Should have any plates. Hey, doggo.
So the question is, what can I... Is it just plastic that makes heavy oil residue?
No, fuel makes heavy oil residue too, I think. If you do like... Well, actually, I don't remember. Rubber does it, plastic does it. You just put down a refinery somewhere and just look at the recipes and see what you get.
Well, I'm out at my oil slick, and it looks like plastic and rubber are the only ones that give the residue.
Alright.
So I guess I'll just start making rubber. Because I'm already making plastic. More plastic is not more good.
More! What were your talking points for today, Lost Joke?
My talking points.
Yeah, you said you had something to talk about.
I've had an eventful couple of days, and it's nothing to do with me.
Do share. Do share.
Skillshare. Can I say that?
This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Skillshare, if you want to sponsor my video, let me know.
Well, last night apparently my area became a war zone.
Yeah, because that's
not-
what happens on
It is
May
not
the 5th.
uncommon. It's not uncommon for the occasional gunshots to happen, but I guess it being the day it was,
Yeah.
it was not just the simple small arms fire. And it happened pretty much the entirety of the night. So it was small arms fire. I usually assume a handgun, but it could be something slightly bigger. But no, I hear what sounded like, I don't know, a broadsider cannon going off.
Probably someone shooting fireworks or something.
Oh, these aren't fireworks. These are undoubtedly guns. But it just kept going on. It's like around now the sun is still kind of up. They started. It's like not just the little like pow pow, but no, this was like pow 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 pow. Silence. It went on. It made us go inside because like, all right, I guess we can't be outside anymore because people just started popping off, literally popping off. And so we head inside, and then it happens again. But then we hear just like two explosions go off. So someone must have shot a high-powered rifle or a shotgun. We don't know, but it was outside.
Great.
And that was kind of my night yesterday. It was just every odd hour was just a series of gunfire going off. It's just like, give it a rest.
Was there an event or something?
It was the 5th of May, and people tend to be very, very dumb when it comes to anything vaguely allowing alcohol to be involved.
This is the day when we are told that we should drink all the alcohol and get drunk, so let's do it! Yay! Even though we do it normally anyway, so who the hell cares? What even is Cinco de Mayo? What is the occasion about anyway? I don't even know. I feel like I used to know, but I just don't anymore.
I think it was like Mexico independence.
Is that it? Is it Mexican independence?
Yeah, but what does mayonnaise have to do with it?
The 5th of mayonnaise.
Alright, let's see here. Yearly celebration held on May 5th to celebrate Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla.
Okay, was that like a pivotal victory, or? I don't know. I mean, it's just one battle, but like it must have been an important battle if they have a whole holiday for it.
The battle took place on the 5th of May near Puebla de los Angeles during the Second French Intervention in Mexico. French troops under the command of Charles de Lorenz repeatedly failed to storm the forts of Laredo and Guadalupe, situated on top of the hills overlooking the city of Puebla, and eventually retreated to Orizaba in order to await reinforcements. Lorenz was dismissed from command, and French troops under Elie Frederick Faure would eventually take the city, but Mexican victory at Puebla against the better equipped force provided patriotic inspiration for the Mexicans.
Okay, so it didn't... Okay, sure.
So it was a great symbolic victory for Mexican forces against the French.
Do we... Alright. Sure, whatever. I was gonna say, do we even celebrate a lot of, like, symbolic victory battles?
Yeah.
But then I realized we kind of do. We celebrate actual victory. I know that.
Yes, people celebrate actual victory, but we're no different than any other country to celebrate your symbolic victories or symbolic losses or actual losses.
How dare you imply that we have losses?
We have minor setbacks.
Minor setbacks.
No, you guys are doing pretty well.
As long as it's not a land war in Asia.
you just don't call it an empire anymore. But if you look at where America has all of its military bases,
Anything else? Okay. That's probably fine. I know I need. I guess I'll put a.
Oh, these silly Americans.
Do I need a fluid freight car, or is it just a freight car? I think it's
Uh,
just a freight car. It's like.
you're moving fluid, right? I thought you would need a fluid one.
No, apparently a freight car is a freight car. It just changes. It like doesn't matter what it is because it's like just an empty bed if it doesn't have anything on it. All right. Now I need to get this all the way to my place. Jesus Christ! Another go at making trains.
You should have it down packed by now, right? You're a
think
train
so.
expert.
You would think so. I need more pipes and more.
Are we gonna start calling you the conductor?
Trains. I mean, you could. I don't really do much conducting.
Well, the conductor didn't really do much conducting anyways. Thomas and friends just did what they needed to do.
See if I can go this way. It'd be nice if I could.
In honor of May 5th, he should be El Conductore.
El conductore. I don't know.
So
Is
we
that actually?
finally witnessed the moment that would eventually get Merg canceled.
Have we?
Pretty sure.
Because I'm trying to do a
No.
Mexican accent. Spanish accent. I don't know. I mean, do people? I'm sure there must be like a difference in dialect between like people from Spain and people from Mexico, right?
Well, obviously.
Because I mean, they both speak Spanish, but like I'm sure that there's like differences, like U.S. English and UK English.
I mean, there's differences between counties in dialect.
Yeah,
In the
that's also
UK.
true. Differences between streets in the U.S. as well.
An Irish streamer mentions that people from Irish sometimes can't even understand other Irish. Just because the accent is different or really thick.
I like the Irish accent. You know what? I could attempt, and I'm not going to, but I could attempt it without being canceled because I have Irish ancestry in my background. So ha, I can
So what
make
is-
fun of
so-
Irish
so
people
what
as
is your-
much as I want.
So what are your opinions on old Mickey D?
I love Mickey D. Mickey D is the only Irish streamer I actually watch. I know that there are others. Was it
Not who I-
Jack
It's not
Jacksepticeye?
who I was. It's
I
not
know.
who I was talking
I know who you were talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about, and yet I took it toward the YouTuber. Mickey D, is he president of Ireland? Is that what they do? They have presidents?
I think he's president.
Literally a hobbit.
He is a magical man.
An actual hobbit. He's an actual magical creature. Possibly from Tir na Nog.
This was mentioned, so I was just like, I don't know what Michael D. Higgins looks like. So I looked him up. I'm like, oh my god, he is just a magical looking man.
I mean, look, yeah, if you're watching this video and you don't know who we're talking about, I stress to you the importance of Googling President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins. And tell me he is not a hobbit, because look at that man. Look at him.
Where
Look at
is
him
this
and tell
cable
me
He
he's
also
going?
kind of looked like a, like a goblin from Harry Potter.
It's the hair.
He's much more attractive than a goblin from Harry Potter. Come on.
Why do
It's
you have to
very-
insult goblins from Harry Potter? Like,
Careful about talking about goblins from Harry Potter. Holy shit. I think I am gonna have to actually go up.
you already
Why-
got it
why is
all
that?
canceled by
What?
by association.
What do you
so
mean,
might as
why
well
is that?
call out.
Don't be trolling me,
Why be careful?
Kyle. Don't be trolling me, Kyle.
I mean, you're the one that said it. So
Explain yourself.
you kind of took it there.
because J.K. Rowling is potentially not the best of people in multiple ways.
Potentially, she's pretty much just owning it.
I mean, that's what they do, isn't it? That's what, like, racists and, like, homophobic people and transphobic people do, is that if someone calls them out on their bullshit, they just end up doubling down as if that's, like, the right way to go about it.
I kind of feel like she's being really insufferable about it. I mean, not that it is not okay, but it's just like, why are you being so smug about it? She honestly could have, like, rested on her laurels till the end of time if she just kind of, like,
She could have
stayed
just
quiet.
shut the hell up, yeah. Well, it's like that, it's like the woman who was on The Mandalorian, the fighter. Like, listen, lady, you have, you're on a big AAA Disney show in a big AAA, Disney franchise. They are in talks to give you your own show, and all you have to do, literally the only thing you have to do, is shut the hell up. And she couldn't do that.
All you need to do is just, let the money happen.
Literally all
I
you
think
have to do.
she's a billionaire.
Well, Rowling is, yeah. I'm sure. Rowling doesn't give a shit because she doesn't have to give a shit. She's got money.
Before, like, all this went off real hard, I was mildly interested in playing Hogwarts Legacy under the impression... Sorry, my voice was going. Under the impression that it was going to be some sort of, like, multiplayer game?
Nah, I never
Kinda
thought it was
seemed
going to
like
be. I never thought it was going to be a multiplayer game.
Good game though.
I don't know what people were expecting out of that. I kind of want to play it. I'll be honest. I kind of like Harry Potter. Listen, you can separate the art from the artist. It's okay to do that. I don't mind the Harry Potters. Having said that, a lot of Harry Potter is shit. But I heard the game is pretty good, so.
It's fine.
The friggin' what is it? The new movie shows, the new movie series they have, the Grindelwald or whatever. Absolute rubbish.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah. It's the I haven't even watched the latest movie because I cannot be asked. Like, I do not care. The movies
you
are
don't
so bad.
like it so hard that you even reverted to British slang.
Yes, exactly. Exactly right.
I actually have not seen the last two Harry Potter films of the main book series.
I mean,
I guess I kind of fell off on it.
I can't say anything about Daniel Radcliffe. I like him. I like the cut of his jib.
He's very interested in kind of like doing smaller, I guess, semi-independent films.
I love that he's doing
Weird
just
indie
the
movies.
weirdest things. Yeah.
What was the movie where he was like a Swiss Army man?
That was literally the name of the movie, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
I am glad they're off doing their own thing.
Yeah. Then again,
It's-
what have you seen Rupert Grint in lately?
I don't think Rupert Grint really like.
He was in a movie for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was in a movie recently, wasn't he? Having said that, but yeah, I don't
know if he really like intended to pursue acting further than Harry Potter.
I mean, Emma
Let's knock at the
Watson
cabin.
also said that she was going to retire at some point, but I think people have been convincing her not to. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like Emma Watson is perfectly fine. I have nothing against Emma Watson, but I wonder if she would be happier just not doing acting anymore.
I'm pretty sure by now they are free to do exactly whatever they want to.
Yeah, but there's definitely like pressure, I'm sure, from, I don't know, family members or from fans or whatever. I'm sure that there's pressure for these people to do stuff, you know?
Yeah, Rupert Grint was in a movie called Knock at the Cabin. And I think in the first like 10 minutes of the movie he gets killed.
Spoilers.
Stunt casting.
I was gonna watch that.
I think the main character in that movie is played by Bautista, or however you say his name,
Yeah.
the wrestler.
Batista.
really weird.
Wrestler.
His name is Drax the Destroyer.
I'm gonna start using these instead.
I keep hitting like invisible geometry.
Good. I do wish that I could. I do wish that there was a little bit more control over the railroad tracks. Like even the conveyors and stuff, you can like turn the mouse wheel and kind of angle it the way you want, but you can't do that with railroad tracks, and it's kind of annoying. I really wish that you could. Anything else that you wanted to talk about, also?
Make it daytime, Merg.
Can't
This
do that.
sucks. You can't control the movement of the sun.
No, I can't. This isn't Minecraft.
Then of what use are you?
I'm more of an ideas man.
Well, Craig had an idea and you failed to comply.
Yeah, don't disappoint me again.
Do not disappoint me again.
I have changed the parameters of the deal. Pray I do not do it again.
That wasn't what I was quoting.
What were you quoting?
Yeah.
What were you
What's the point
quoting?
of saying it if we didn't get it. There were two different Silico quotes in there.
Two different what quotes?
Silico quotes.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do.
See, you're the kind of guy who will like memorize a lot of stuff, and I don't do any of that. I don't
Not
remember
really.
shit.
My memory is shit.
My memory is shit too, but yet you keep on quoting stuff that I don't have any idea what it is. Is it from Arcane?
Yeah.
Did you just guess Arcane?
The name sounded vaguely familiar.
It's the name of the main villain.
Yeah, I don't. I thought it was a fine show. I wouldn't say it's the best show I ever saw, though. I really liked
Big
Arcane
difference
more.
between those two things.
Yeah, but the way you go on about it, you would think it's the best thing ever.
It's the sense sliced bread.
I'm not, and listen, you can like what you like. I'm not saying that it can't be your favorite show. That's fine. I'm just saying I liked it more for its very beautiful animation and style, because it was indeed, I think, one of the best looking animated shows that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But the story was fine. Like, the story was, was okay.
Did the game just save?
It's about to right now. In 10 seconds. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Save.
I asked because my constructor tool broke again.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it's not good. That means I can't, like, do anything.
Speaking of separating the art from the artist, though. Nintendo. Then again, they kind of, I don't know, they're kind of one and the same a lot of the time with Nintendo. I don't know, I just find it difficult to get hype for a Nintendo game anymore because of all the bullshit that they've done.
Won't let you separate the art from the artist.
Yeah. Like, I would really like to get hype for the new Zelda game, because I actually like Breath of the Wild. I played it on stream, and I was like all set to play the new one on stream as well. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Just play it by my lonesome, because there's Nintendo is so litigious and copyright strike happy that like, honestly, just playing the game normally on stream and uploading a video is a danger. That's why it's a danger to me and my channel, because they will, there is a non-zero chance that Nintendo will decide one day to simply copyright strike my channel for daring to have any Nintendo content on it.
You know who we can blame for that, right?
Nintendo? Yes, I know exactly who to blame for that.
Well, you can blame them for the ones abusing it, but you know who started it?
Who?
Lars Ulrich.
Oh god. Fucking Metallica.
I will not let them live down the fact that they had a live stream concert during the peak pandemic, and they were copyright struck, so the audio was cut off and replaced with generic music while they were jamming out to essentially nothing.
Metallica makes fine music and terrible decisions.
I might take issue with the first part of your statement.
I said fine. I didn't say the greatest. I said their music was perfectly fine. God, I need concrete. All right. I actually don't really listen to Metallica that much. Like, I don't really have that much of a musical catalog with Metallica. I don't really even know what songs they did. They did the theme song for Mission Impossible 2, which I enjoyed. Okay. You know what? I like Mission Impossible 2. I don't care what anybody says.
I only really liked their early music.
Look into this concrete issue. I think we're like using more than I'm making. But yeah, that's why. So anybody watching on YouTube who was looking forward to, maybe watching some Breath of the Wild 2 on this channel,
Electric Boogaloo.
it's not. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Blame Nintendo for that. 100% blame Nintendo for that.
It is always morally correct to pirate Nintendo games.
Just don't stream it.
Yeah, just don't stream it.
I watched the D&D movie.
What did
I
you
heard it's pretty
think?
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I want to watch it. I'll watch it when it comes out on streaming. I don't want to go to a theater anymore. I just don't go to theaters anymore. I just don't. Doesn't happen. I used to love going to the movie theater, but now, and it's not even because of COVID or anything. It's purely just because it's just a hassle. It's a hassle and it's too much money.
Wait, you don't sneak in your own snacks like everybody else?
Snacks. Gotta sneak my snacks.
What did we need smokeless black powder for?
Rifles.
Oh.
I mean, I figured we want rifles, so get some rifles. But I think you actually need it for the ammo, so it'd be good to probably automate it a bit.
We are Americans.
Well,
Oh, nice. This is like
most of
almost
us are.
exactly right.
Kyle is an honorary American.
How do you feel about that, Kyle? You glad to be an honorary American? Kyle's
I mean,
had
it makes
his
sense.
Kyle has had his monarchy revitalized just today.
Yeah, you could even take an oath to the king. It's pretty crazy. Pretty unusual.
What did you say before that, Kyle? I missed it because Merc started talking.
You can take an oath to the
Before
king.
that,
I said it makes sense.
that you're an honorary American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a lot of American family.
Do you have dual citizenship?
No, I don't. I think it's because my town was used as like a training base during World War II for D-Day.
I
So
want
like
people.
a bunch of my older relatives run away with Americans.
Oh, there we go. That works. I was about to make a big complaint about this stupid railway system, and then I realized I was the
You
one.
made it.
I was the one who was wrong.
Could it be that I'm out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
No, it's the railway that is wrong. The railway system does, to be fair, it does still have things that are wrong with it. And I mean, and by railway system, I mean the building of the railways, not my railway system, although my railway system that I have made also certainly has things that are wrong. Alright, we'll just leave this floating for a while. Doll it up later. Tart it up.
What should I be working on right now?
Anything you want, my man. Anything you want.
I've almost completed the mega hypertube.
I mean, I'm working to get us, batteries so that we can finally do drones. But I mean, it's still taking a while because, you know, I'm having to make an entire like train network for this. Not a complicated one, but a long one certainly.
Why can't I enter it?
I still need to put the destination because I'm not going to use the same train station there. I can make a new one. Okay. Ow. That was one of my talking points, by the way, that I had written down. I literally just wrote the words "the king."
That could be a lot of things.
Now I'm just thinking of the line from The Lion King. Long live the king. And then he lets him go and he dies. Spoilers, Mufasa dies.
I haven't had a chance to watch that yet.
Spoilers, Simba and Nala are probably cousins. If not closer.
That's alright. We've all seen worse now.
Wait, what just happened?
What did just happen?
I just respawned for some reason.
Did you lose all your stuff? Did you die?
I didn't die. Lost Choke like came out of the hypertube on top of me, and I just sort of like lost my body, I suppose.
That's
Lost
weird
took
because
telefrag you?
Something happened because I'm nowhere near the hypertube. I'm at my workbench.
Wait, what?
Was it me?
Maybe
I'm in a
it was,
hypertube right now.
Did you come out in the deep end? And then...
Yeah. Just a minute ago?
Right. Yeah, it like de-bodied me.
Did you actually die, or is it just like it moved
No,
you?
like I must have actually died, and then... Because I lost all my stuff and everything.
Oh my god. I saw a random box on top of the hypertube on the way there. I don't
I
know.
think that might have been my stuff, because you just killed me.
But it was like further in though. It's like under the freeway.
Where are you murdering us, Merg?
I'm not. We're able to two people are able to use the hypertube at the same time. It's possible. We never had this issue before.
No, I wasn't inside of it. I was like at the end of it.
Oh,
Outside.
I didn't see anybody at the end
Like, get out.
of the
You just
hypertube.
pulled,
You can't. You have to go to the end.
The Boys episode 1, Merg.
I've never seen The Boys. I don't know if I'm interested in seeing The Boys.
Yeah. It's not really. I mean, season 1 was alright.
I know, I always hear people talk about how it's the best show ever, but then again, everybody on the internet is always talking about how the show that they watch is the best show ever.
I thought it was pretty good.
And I got less interested as it went on when I never watched season 3.
The newness wore off.
I think the premise is kind of limited in appeal to me. It's interesting. It's pretty interesting for a short time, and then I don't care anymore.
I'm not
I'm here
like
for a good time, not a long time.
I'm not super interested in like super adult like superheroes, to be honest. And that's kind of what it is. So like
kinda,
some are okay.
It's
Like
the
I
opposite
enjoyed
of what they should be.
like I enjoyed Watchmen,
And
but I enjoy that in doses, you know?
It's like they're taking something and making it the exact opposite of what it should be, and that's interesting for a little bit, but it's not like it doesn't have staying power.
Yeah. From all of the like news articles that I see about it too, it's like they're going the full-on comic book way of just like, let's see what we can do that's like the most shocking and dramatic to get viewers in, which is the main reason that I don't read comics, is because they're always chasing that shock value, which kind of just is shit, to be honest.
What if Superman was evil?
Superman has always been evil. Have you never seen superdickery.com?
What ifs are actually kind of interesting. I like what ifs. Like I liked Red Sun. I actually have the comic book, the collection of Red Sun. I thought that was great. It was actually really good. It's like it's not really what you expect it to be, is the funny thing. I would say Red Sun Superman is the greatest of Supermen in terms of what he tries to do. Of course, it's been a few years since I saw it. Where are the heavy modular frames, Greg? That you're making the new ones?
Way up top.
Oh, there, I see.
And
I got 'em.
trying to increase my screw production.
The like one-off comic book stories, or like the the short miniseries or whatever, I think tend to be like the of course the better ones, but like there are definitely some exceptions to that. There's certainly some one-offs that are kind of like, oh god, like why did they let this guy write for Superman again? But a lot of the best stories that I've read have been like short, like mini arcs, self-contained stuff. Am I missing that? Oh god, it's okay. But then, having said that, I haven't actually read that many, so. I read Red Sun, I read New Frontier. Ooh. Okay. I'm sure that there's a lot of more that I've read that I can't remember because it's been years and years since I actually last read a comic. Or at least a DC or Marvel comic.
The mega hypertube is complete.
Good. Good.
Seems like a bit of a PC benchmark as well.
I wonder if I should put this like further back. Make a room. I might do that. Where does it go to? Does it still just fling you, or does you have a destination now?
Yeah, it goes to my base.
Okay.
Well, what? Frame. The frame of my base.
What are you gonna use your base for?
Don't really know. Something.
I would not be that sad if we ended up leaving Satisfactory soonish. Only because like you know, the game's not done yet. We can always come back when there's been more updates and stuff.
I'm sensing a butt.
What do you mean a butt? Sensing your butt.
Well, I hope I'm sensing my own butt. That means it's still attached.
Can't feel my butt. Oh god. I was watching, they put up a VOD of, when they were showing off the, like, Update 8 stuff. So it's like, it's a few weeks old, but they hadn't put the whole VOD up, so they finally put the VOD up. And, they said something, that really resonated with me, and finally confirmed what I had been thinking, but, something that I wasn't entirely sure about. He literally said, words out of his mouth were, I mean, you know, the goal of the game is to pave over everything and destroy this planet with industry. It's actual literal words. And I thought, oh, finally, confirmation. Finally. And so now I don't feel too bad about doing that.
And why should you?
This planet deserves to be destroyed.
But let it give us a terror. No, that is not the word I'm looking for. Let us adjust the landscape.
Let us terraform it.
Is that the word I want?
Yeah.
Didn't seem right.
You mean like move the land up and down? Yeah, that's called terraforming. I'm sure it has there's other words for it, but that's colloquially known as terraforming in games, at least.
Also, give us the ability to destroy all the plants. There's some plants I want destroyed.
I know they've said that they're not. Yeah, that's the problem, is you can't grow plants. But then again, if they would go the route of some mods that I've seen that add farms as like an industrial machine, you could put like a thing in there and then slowly get like more plants. That would be kind of cool. But they have said,
sim, but in space.
They have said that they do not actually ever plan to let us move the terrain, because apparently it's a bit of a programming and logistical nightmare to add it to something that's already been there. So I would not ever expect that. The plants, they actually also touched upon during the stream. They said that the way their system works is they have every object gets like a keyword associated with that object, and those words can determine, you know, behavior. And one thing that they add to plants, or at least they try to add to plants, is a, you know, this plant can be cut keyword. And sometimes as they're putting in new stuff, they just miss like a plant or two, and that can like throw everything off. So that might be why some plants are destructible and some plants are not, is because they just plain missed it.
Spaghetti code. It just works.
I'm gonna need
Please look forward to it.
D. There we go. All right. How am I gonna connect this?
I'm
Where's my
tasked
limestone?
with trying to figure out how to get this heavy crude oil where I need it. And I think I'm just gonna have to pipe it. Because
I mean,
my
we did have
tractor
that.
is busy.
We did have that like 3 kilometer long pipe going across the world for a while there. before I decided to move everything out to the wells themselves.
I don't want to have just this big long pipe, but I'm gonna have to. At least, not entirely over there, but at least to where my outpost is, because I'm gonna maybe take what I need from those nodes over there and put them to my base where I can start making the black powder. But first, I need to hook up this awesome sink because I don't know what to do with this rubber, and I don't want to put it into my truck delivery because it's already handling plastic and fuel. A third thing would just make this gum up.
Well, what you probably want to do is use a sink. Get rid of anything excess so that you have room for
I
more
am.
stuff.
The rubber is going into the sink. Because what we want is the heavy oil.
The heavy oil. Not the light oil. Not the extra virgin olive oil. Not the EVU.
Brother, get the
EVOO.
The heavy oil.
You want the Evu?
You just want extra virgins.
You know, I'll get the industrial fluid buffer. Why not?
I cannot deny.
Oh geez, this is big.